What's up guys, welcome back. Kinda late here, but still gotta do this video. So for this month we already got confirmed Avo, Kinza, Romho. Finally I was able to check one of my wallets, so I know that I'm eligible. And we also have fluidity, most likely for this month. So that is 4 airdrops already for this month, most likely. So this is my top priority for this month. Most likely I'm gonna have to create another video because we have so many good things to farm. But right now, this is my list that I'm gonna be focusing a little bit. And again, most likely I'm gonna be adding a few more projects in the future. Number one is Scroll. You guys know that Scroll is a blockchain. They raised $1.8 billion. You guys can see it up here. And I do like it just because of the amount of money they raised. That is number one. Number two, it is a blockchain. So most of the time we can make or receive a pretty good allocation. And also it is on the farm in comparison to many others. So that's why Scroll is my number one. I do have a video on it on how you guys can farm it. I'm gonna be adding the link in the description. It is like 27 minutes long. It will basically cover everything on how you can push some volume, bridge, do many things. So make sure to check it out because I do think we're pretty early on Scroll. Number two on my list is Kinza. I have been farming Kinza since last year, but since it is kind of on the farm, I do think if you start today and you have enough funds, you guys can receive something good out of it. Also, since it is just a lending platform, you actually don't need to borrow against your capital to receive some points. So basically, you just lend some money. Based on the amount of money that you're staking or lending, you're going to be receiving some points, and depending on the amount of points, you're going to be receiving an airdrop. The project is backed by Binance, and also the TVL is around $300 million. So pretty good in the amount of users. I think it is around 80,000, and to be honest, you guys can even remove like 40-50% of those users because most likely they are not going to be receiving an airdrop because they haven't allocated any type of money into it. So Kinza is number two. Number three for me, which is a pretty new project, but since we got a tweet about it just a few hours ago, I'm gonna try to be as early as possible, which is Backpack. It is an exchange, a trading platform, but also it is a wallet. So pretty excited about it. They also raise a lot of money. If we check some information here, you guys can see Backpack. It is actually bigger than what you guys think. The valuation is $120 million. So it is not a small project. So they also have a pre-season. By the way, it is confirmed, so we know that if we get involved with it, we're gonna be receiving an airdrop. But right now, they'll be taking the first snapshot, which is the pre-season on March 18. So make sure that you get involved, that you take some trade, that you download the wallet, and you also use it. I'm gonna be adding the link for it, or basically for everything that I mentioned here. So number three is Backpack. Number four on my list, which is a super easy project to farm, which is Zetachain. Already talked about it. We already got the airdrop for testnet, so you guys can still participate for mainnet. There is a 6% allocation for this. Super easy to do. Every 7 days there are new tasks that you guys can do, and it should take like 1 or 2 hours to complete, and you only need to do it once a week. So in the end, you might spend like 1 or 2 hours per week, and based on the amount of points that you have, you're gonna be receiving an airdrop. I already have a video on it, but to be honest, each week they are changing a little bit the task, so you do need to check or to analyze what you really need to do. And to be honest, also you don't need to be taking or doing all the tasks. If you just want to miss or skip a few ones, that is completely okay. I'm actually doing some of them, and I'm also skipping some of them. So number four on my list is Zetachain. Since it is extremely easy, also super cheap to farm, you should be spending just a few cents per week to farm it because the gas fees are extremely inexpensive. Number five is Logex. We have been farming Logex with Orderly, which is great, but now they have the final event, which is not farming points, but what you will be farming is Logex tokens. So depending on your volume, you're going to be receiving some Logex, which the conversion is 1-to-1. So if you see here that you earned 1 Logex, that means you're going to be receiving 1 Logex in terms of tokens. You guys can see how you can earn. So you can earn by trading on Logex OG and also Logex Pro. So they have a new version, which is the Order Book Pro, which is also using Orderly, but it is cheaper. So just for you know, if you want to use Logex Pro, I think that is the way to go. But also there is a maximum amount of points that you can receive per week. So it is kind of just like Hyperliquid, which there is 1 million points every week, and it will be divided on the amount of users that they have. Also referrals for friends, providing liquidity and participating in Logex campaigns and competition. So number 5 is Logex. Number 6 is Hyperliquid. Same, I know that a lot of you guys are not earning a lot of points since there is a lot of users trying to farm Hyperliquid. But again, if you're not earning a lot of points, that means I'm not earning a lot of points, and many of us were also not earning a lot of points. So in the end, it is basically the same. It doesn't really matter. Just focus on your ranking. Just continue to add some volume, because most likely you will still be receiving a pretty good airdrop out of it. Also, the point system for Hyperliquid, it will be available until next month. So make sure to add some volume, because after next month, you will not be able to do it. Let's see what else I have on my list. I actually have a list here. Oh, number 6, 7, I actually forgot. It is extremely late here. The last one is Drift, because Drift airdrop or point system, I also think it will be available until next month. There is like 6 or 7 weeks left for Drift. It is a platform for trading on Solana. I also think they raise some money. Let's go ahead and check it out. Drift, yeah, they raise $27 million. We don't know what is the valuation, but they raise some money. And also the amount of users is not that big. I think right now for the competition, there is around 60,000 users. And to be honest, if you create a new wallet today and you take like 2 trades, most likely you will be in the top 50%. So it is extremely easy to have a good ranking. For Drift, it will only be based on the amount of volume that you provide on the platform. And if you have been using it before January or February, most likely you have some OG points. So there you go. Pretty quick, pretty easy. That's my list for now. Again, I'm gonna be adding on all the links in the description so you guys can check it out. I should have a video on each one of them. So if you do need a guide, go ahead and check it out and see how you can start farming it. There you go. Thank you guys for watching. Take care. Bye-bye. Happy farming.